Watch this.
At 2:13 in the morning, Ethan was the only employee left inside the local news station. Outside, rain hammered against the windows while he prepared to shut down the control room for the night. Then one of the monitors came alive. An emergency broadcast interrupted the screen. A bridge downtown had collapsed. Smoke filled the streets. People were running for their lives. At first, Ethan assumed it was archived footage. Then he noticed the date. The disaster was scheduled to happen tomorrow. Certain it was some kind of glitch, he checked every system in the building. Everything appeared normal. His manager laughed it off and told him to go home. But Ethan couldn't ignore what he had seen. That night, he replayed the footage over and over until he recognized the exact bridge shown in the broadcast. The next morning, he rushed there. The city was calm. Traffic moved normally. Nobody believed his warnings. Then it happened. A crack appeared, deep inside one of the support beams. Seconds later, the structure began to fail. Concrete exploded into the air. Vehicles plunged downward. Panic spread through the streets. Everything unfolded exactly as it had appeared on the broadcast. Every detail, every scream, every second. As emergency crews arrived, Ethan noticed a news cameraman recording the disaster. For a brief moment, the camera lens reflected a strange light, and suddenly, he understood. The footage he had received the night before wasn't a warning. It was this broadcast. Somehow the signal had traveled backward through time. That night, back at the station, another technician sat alone in the control room. The monitor flickered. An emergency alert appeared. And this time, it showed a disaster scheduled for tomorrow.
This entire horror short film was built using just a handful of AI tools. And the one that animated every single scene, HappyHorse, is currently one of the highest-ranked AI video generation models on artificial analysis. And it's the reason this video even exists. That tool is HappyHorse, JXP's AI video generation model. And I'll show you exactly how to use it step by step. But the results speak for themselves before I even explain it. Now here's the part that most people don't realize. Channels in this exact niche are quietly pulling in millions of views posting horror stories like this one. But the majority of creators are still stuck making 30-second clips that barely cover a cup of coffee. What I'm going to walk you through today is a full workflow. One that lets you produce long-form cinematic horror films that look expensive, feel professional, and may create new monetization opportunities for your channel. You'll learn how to script your story, generate your visuals, animate every scene, record a cinematic voiceover, and edit the whole thing into a clean final film. From scratch, step by step. If you want more content like this, hit subscribe and turn on notifications right now. You don't want to miss what's coming. Every great horror film starts before a single image is generated. It starts with the story, and that's where ChatGPT comes in. Open ChatGPT. The free version works perfectly for everything we're doing today, so don't feel like you need to upgrade. Once it's open, head over to Google Docs, where I've put together a detailed prompt built specifically for this kind of content. If you want it, drop a comment below saying prompt, and I'll send it to you for completely free. Copy the entire thing carefully. Every section matters. Head back to ChatGPT, paste it in, and send it. What comes back is a list of 10 horror concept ideas, each one designed for the documentary-style short film format we're going for. Go through them, read each one, and pick whichever direction feels strongest to you. Once you've made your choice, ChatGPT will ask you how long you want the video to be. You can go anywhere from 1 minute up to 5. Since this is a tutorial, I'm keeping it at 2 minutes, but pick whatever works for the story you're telling. After you confirm the length, ChatGPT will generate your complete script in one go. This includes your video title, the hashtags to use, image generation prompts for every scene, animation direction for each shot, and the full voiceover script sitting at the bottom. Everything you need to build the entire film is right there in a single output. Save it and keep that tab open. You're going to keep coming back to it throughout this process. Now your script in hand, the next step is turning those image prompts into actual visuals. And for this, we're using Google Flow. It's completely free. It produces clean cinematic images, and there are no watermarks on anything you download. Click New Project to open a fresh workspace. Once it loads, go back to ChatGPT and copy your first image generation prompt. Paste it directly into the prompt box in Google Flow. Now pay close attention here because this part matters. Click on the Settings panel to open the sidebar. First, make sure your output type is set to images, not video. Then go to Aspect Ratio and select 16:9. This is the format we're building for, and getting it right here saves you problems later. For the model selection, go with Nano Banana 2. It gives you the sharpest detail and the most consistent quality across all your scenes. Hit Generate. Your image will be ready in just a few seconds, and the level of detail you get, especially for horror visuals, is genuinely impressive for a free tool. Now, just run through the same steps for every image prompt in your script. Paste it in, generate, move on. Once you have all your images ready, download them and put everything in one folder on your device. That folder is what we're taking into the next step. This is where your still images stop being still. For the animation stage, we're using HappyHorse, the AI video generation model from JXP. The direct link is in the description and pinned comment. Open a new browser tab and go to jxp.com. Then navigate to HappyHorse 1.0 under the AI video section in the top menu. When the interface loads, the first thing you'll notice is 4 tabs running across the top of the workspace: text, image, reference, and video edit. Each one is a different generation mode, and for this step, we're starting with the image tab. Click on Image. This is your image to video workspace. This is where every still you generated in Google Flow gets turned into a live, moving video clip. Click on the Upload area and select your first image from your folder. HappyHorse accepts JPEG, JPG, PNG, BMP, and WEBP. Just keep your file under 20 megabytes and you're good. Once your image is uploaded, scroll down to the prompt box. This is where you paste the animation direction from your ChatGPT script. Be specific here, something like slow cinematic push-in, low fog drifting across the ground, candlelight flickering faintly in the background, heavy shadow movement gives the model exactly the kind of direction it needs to produce atmosphere. The more detail you put in, the more control you have over the output. Below the prompt, set your resolution to 1080p using the drop-down menu. Then move to the duration slider. You can go anywhere from 2 seconds up to 15 seconds per clip. For most horror scenes, somewhere between 5 and 8 seconds per shot hits the right pacing. Long enough to feel cinematic, short enough to keep things tense. When everything looks right, click Generate Video. What comes back is a smooth, atmospheric video clip generated directly from your still image, with the motion, mood, and pacing you described in the prompt. Download the clip and save it to your project folder. Now here's something worth knowing before you move on. If your story features a recurring character or a specific location that appears in multiple scenes, don't keep animating from scratch each time. Switch to the Reference tab instead. This mode lets you upload up to 9 reference images at once, and HappyHorse uses all of them to guide the generation, keeping faces, environments, and visual details consistent across every clip. For long-form content, this is how you maintain continuity without extra effort. There's also a Video Edit tab if you want to go back and refine a clip after it's been generated. Upload your source video, add up to 3 reference images to guide the edit, set the audio to auto, describe the change you want, and HappyHorse will revise the footage for you. No regenerating from scratch. Work through every image in your folder using this same process. Each one gets uploaded, prompted, timed, and generated. When all your clips are done, download everything and keep it organized. Your animation stage is complete. Before we move into the voiceover, I want to take a proper moment on this, because the tool that made every clip in this film deserves more than just a passing mention. HappyHorse is JXP's AI video generation model and is recognized as one of the leading AI video generation models on artificial analysis. That's not a niche win, that's the benchmark. But what actually makes it stand out in a daily workflow isn't just the output quality. It's the fact that you get 4 completely different generation modes all inside one clean interface. The Text tab is your starting point for building scenes from nothing. Describe any environment, any moment, any piece of action. Set your aspect ratio to 16:9, choose your clip duration up to 15 seconds, and HappyHorse generates it as a video. Great for establishing shots or scenes you don't have a visual reference for. The Image tab is what we used throughout this tutorial. Upload any still image, write your animation prompt, set your duration, and it turns your static image into a moving cinematic clip. Fast, precise, and clean every time. The Reference tab is where serious creators get their edge. Upload up to 9 reference images at once, and HappyHorse uses them to maintain visual consistency across every generation. Same characters, same environments, same visual identity throughout the entire film. The Video Edit tab rounds out the full production loop. If a clip isn't quite right, you don't scrap it and start over. Upload the source, add your reference images to guide the direction, describe what needs to change, and let the model handle the revision. Everything runs on a straightforward credit system. No hidden fees, no surprises. And the entire platform is accessible at JXP.com. If you're building content at any real scale, this is the tool that belongs in your workflow. The link is in the description. Go check it out. With all your clips downloaded and organized, the next step is recording the voiceover, the voice that carries the entire story. For this, we're using 11 Labs. Head over to 11labs.io and sign in or create a free account if you haven't already. Once you're inside, click on Text-to-Speech in the left sidebar. This opens the main voiceover workspace. Before you paste anything in, go to the voice library first. 11 Labs has a solid collection of AI voices across a wide range of tones and styles. And for horror content specifically, the voice you pick makes a real difference. You're looking for something deep, calm, and slightly weighted. The kind of voice that doesn't rush, that lets the silence between sentences do some of the work. Take your time choosing. Preview a few different options before you commit. Once you have your voice selected, go back to your ChatGPT output and scroll to the bottom where the voiceover script is. Copy the full thing, all of it, not just a portion. Paste it into the text box in 11 Labs, select your preferred voice model from the settings, and hit Generate.
At 2:13 in the morning, Ethan was the only employee left inside the local news station. Outside, rain hammered against the windows while he prepared to shut down the control room for the night.
The audio is ready fast, and the delivery you get is clean, natural, and genuinely close to a real human recording. Download the audio file and save it to your project folder. That's your voiceover done. Everything is ready. Now we bring it all together. Open CapCut and start a new project. Import all of your HappyHorse video clips into the project files and drag them into the timeline. Arrange them in the order your script calls for, each scene building on the one before it, leading the viewer deeper into the story. Play through the full sequence once before you do anything else. Get a feel for how it flows. Things might not line up perfectly straight away, and that's completely normal. Editing is where you fix that. Now import the 11 Labs voiceover file and drag it onto the audio track in your timeline. From here, the main job is syncing. Trimming clips where the footage runs too long, adjusting speed where the pacing needs to shift, and making sure every scene change lands naturally against the narration. Work through it section by section. Small adjustments here make a big difference in how the final film feels. Once your timing is solid, go to the audio section in CapCut and search for dark ambient horror or cinematic horror background. Browse through the results and pick a track that matches the tone of your story. Tense but not overpowering, building without distracting from the voice. Drag it onto a separate audio track below your voiceover and trim it to match the exact length of the video. Keep the background music lower in the mix so it supports the narration rather than competing with it. When everything is in place, footage synced, voiceover clean, music sitting underneath, export the final file. Your horror short film is ready to be uploaded. This is what you end up with.
At 2:13 in the morning, Ethan was the only employee left inside the local news station. Outside, rain hammered against the windows while he prepared to shut down the control room for the night. Then one of the monitors came alive. An emergency broadcast interrupted the screen. A bridge downtown had collapsed. Smoke filled the streets. People were running for their lives. At first, Ethan assumed it was archived footage. Then he noticed the date. The disaster was scheduled to happen tomorrow. Certain it was some kind of glitch, he checked every system in the building. Everything appeared normal. His manager laughed it off and told him to go home. But Ethan couldn't ignore what he had seen. That night, he replayed the footage over and over until he recognized the exact bridge shown in the broadcast. The next morning, he rushed there. The city was calm. Traffic moved normally. Nobody believed his warnings. Then it happened. A crack appeared, deep inside one of the support beams. Seconds later, the structure began to fail. Concrete exploded into the air. Vehicles plunged downward. Panic spread through the streets. Everything unfolded exactly as it had appeared on the broadcast. Every detail, every scream, every second. As emergency crews arrived, Ethan noticed a news cameraman recording the disaster. For a brief moment, the camera lens reflected a strange light, and suddenly, he understood. The footage he had received the night before wasn't a warning. It was this broadcast. Somehow the signal had traveled backward through time. That night, back at the station, another technician sat alone in the control room. The monitor flickered. An emergency alert appeared. And this time, it showed a disaster scheduled for tomorrow.